If you're watching this video right now, chances are you're struggling with smoking. Maybe you tried to quit multiple times and kept going back. Maybe you want to quit, but you're terrified of how hard it's going to be. Maybe you've successfully quit before, but you're stuck in the cycle where you stop for weeks or months and then start again. And maybe you're tired of feeling controlled by cigarettes, tired of the guilt, tired of hiding it from people, tired of the money, the smell, the health, the anxiety, tired of feeling like you should be able to just stop, but you can't. I want you to know something. Let's start here. You're not struggling because you lack willpower or discipline or strength. You're struggling because you're fighting one of the most addictive substances on the planet with one of the most sophisticated delivery system ever created. Nicotine reaches your brain in 7 seconds. 7 seconds. That's faster than heroin injected into a vein. And cigarettes are engineered, designed, and manufactured by companies that have spent billions of dollars researching exactly how to make them as addictive as possible. They optimized everything: the pH levels to maximize nicotine absorption, the additive to enhance the effect, the ritual and packaging to create psychological dependence. This isn't an accident. This is deliberate. So when you struggle to quit, you're not failing some test of character. You're experiencing exactly what was designed to happen. Your brain has been hijacked by a substance that fundamentally alters your neurochemistry. And here's what makes it even harder. Society treats smoking like a moral failing. People who've never smoked look at you. Now I want to address something that's probably been holding you back. The lie that quitting smoking means suffering forever. You've been told that quitting is miserable, that you'll crave cigarettes for the rest of your life, that you'll always feel deprived, always missing something, always having to resist temptation. But here's the truth. That's only what happens when you quit with the wrong approach. So when you try to quit while still believing that cigarettes give you something valuable, when you try to quit while thinking I want to smoke but I shouldn't, that's when quitting is miserable, because you're creating a state of constant deprivation. It's like being on a diet where you believe cake is delicious and wonderful, but you're just not allowed to have it. You'll spend every day thinking about cake, wanting cake, feeling deprived of cake. That's torture. But what if you fundamentally change your relationship with cake? What if you genuinely understood that cake was actually poisoned, that it was making you sick? Let's talk about why you keep going back to smoking even when you know you shouldn't. There's this moment that happens to almost every smoker who's trying to quit. Everything is going okay, maybe even well, and then something happens. Maybe you have a stressful day, maybe you have a few drinks, and maybe you just feel overwhelmed. And in that moment, your brain says, just one cigarette won't hurt. You've been so good, you deserve a break. And that when cigarettes feel like a relief in that moment, it feels like it's helping. So you think, okay, that wasn't so bad, maybe I can just smoke occasionally. But here's what's actually happening in that moment. You're reactivating all the neural pathways that you started to weaken. You're re-triggering the addiction cycle. You're teaching your brain that when things get hard, cigarettes are the solution. That just one cigarette is never just one cigarette, because nicotine doesn't work that way. The moment you put nicotine back in your system, you're restarting the addiction. Your brain says, oh, good, we're smoking again, and all those cravings come rushing back. And then you're in this awful place where you think you failed, you feel guilty, and now you're smoking again. So you might as well keep smoking, right? The damage is done. So this is the relapse cycle, and it's one of the most painful parts of struggling with smoking. You feel like you're making progress, and then suddenly you're back at square one, feeling even worse than before. But here's what you need to understand. Relapse isn't failure, it's information. Every time you go back to smoking, you're learning. And this is exactly why I created my 14-day program, because I was tired of seeing people struggle with approaches that don't address the real problem. My program helps you completely transform your relationship with cigarettes so that quitting feels natural, not forced. So if you're ready to stop struggling and finally break free, I want to help you. Book a free call with me using the link in the description. We'll talk about your specific situation, what's been holding you back, and create a clear plan to get you free from I want to paint a picture for you of what's possible on the other side of this struggle. Imagine waking up in the morning and not immediately thinking about cigarettes, not planning your day around when and where you can smoke, not having that knot of anxiety about running low on cigarettes. Imagine going through a stressful situation and handling it without even considering smoking. Not because you're resisting the urge, but because it genuinely doesn't occur to you as an option. Imagine going to social events and not feeling divided between staying inside with non-smokers or going outside with smokers. Not feeling like you're missing out either way. Imagine going for a run and actually being able to breathe. Waking up without that smoker's cough, not feeling self-conscious about the smell. Imagine having hundreds of extra dollars in your bank account every single month. Money you can spend on things you can actually enjoy, things that actually add value to your life. But most importantly, imagine the mental freedom, not spending hours every day thinking about cigarettes, planning around them, hiding them, feeling guilty about them. That mental space you're using to manage your smoking, imagine having that back. Imagine what you could do with that energy, that attention. So if you're struggling right now, here's what I want you to understand. First, your struggle is valid. This is hard, and that's not your fault. You're dealing with a powerful addiction that was designed to be hard to break. Second, your past attempts don't determine your future. Every time you've tried to and gone back to smoking, you weren't failing. You were gathering information about what doesn't work for you. Third, you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to figure everything out by yourself. There are people who understand what you're going through and who know how to help. And fourth, freedom is possible. Real freedom. Not the kind where you're constantly resisting cigarettes, but the kind where you genuinely don't want them anymore. The question isn't whether you can quit. You absolutely can. The question is, are you ready to try a different approach? Are you ready to stop struggling with the same methods that haven't worked and try something that actually addresses? If you're ready to stop struggling and start your journey to freedom, click the link in the description and book a free call with me. Let's talk about where you are, where you want to be, and exactly how to get there. And if this video resonates with you, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. I put videos every week to help people break free from smoking. I don't want you to miss them. You've got this, and I believe in you. And I'm here to help. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.